This episode is sponsored by Skims, obviously one of me and Erin's favorite brands, and it makes sense because everything is so dang comfy and cozy, including their bras, which, you know, I'm not a bra girl, neither is Erin. Like, I don't like to wear bras. Luckily, Skims has so many different versions of bralettes and bras, and they're all so comfortable. Like, when they sent me a bra, I was like, I don't think I would wear, and then I put it on, I was like, oh, okay, I could definitely wear this because there's like no wiring. It's just buttery soft and it doesn't feel like you're wearing anything. So I am obsessed. Shop Skims Best Intimates, including the Fits Everybody collection and more at skims.com and Skims stores. After you place your order, be sure to let them know we sent you. Select podcast in the survey and be sure to select our show in the drop down menu that follows to let them know we sent you. Well, hopefully this looks okay. Oh, it's not even recording. Oh, yes, it is. Well, let me make sure. It's recording. What a morning. Well, not morning, but
our first actual not pre-filmed video of the new year back. We're starting it off really strong, as you can see. One angle only. Hopefully it's not blurry.
Welcome to the new year. I know. So this thing happens with this camera. Unsure why, but it looks totally fine. And then once we're chatting, it focuses on one person. Mm-hmm. So the other person is blurry. Mm-hmm. And it's so annoying because making clips and stuff is I don't even want to do it when someone's blurry. So I'm this looks terrible. So
we're just kind of gaslighting everyone into thinking that they need to get glasses. So it's actually not us, it's you. I would honestly schedule a doctor's appointment, get your eyes checked, an ophthalmologist, and that's on you. It's not on us.
Yeah, we haven't been blurry once. What are you talking about? We have these giant ass cameras for the angles, and
it's a little confession of 2025.
Oh yeah, this is my first confession.
Why don't you tell this story?
All right. Well, it started like any normal day back in December 2024. And Erin's angle, which is to my right, looked crazy. It was she was so bright. I don't know what was going on. And we were like, TJ, President Trump, please save us. We're like, TJ, please come in here. And he was like, someone hit full auto.
Yeah, he was,
and I was
he goes, Carly, what did you do?
Yeah, which first of all, I don't like in immediate blame, and I was like, I don't think I did anything. I don't know. This camera's. I don't know.
At one point, you were yelling.
I was like,
it wasn't me.
Yeah, I was screaming. I threw the table. I broke one of their windows, and I guess I hit full auto, and then we don't know how to get it back to look normal. It wasn't until
today.
Oh, and then so he
you were like, I didn't do it. That wasn't.
Well,
me.
I really thought I didn't.
Of course.
So I was not lying. I was just misled.
Oh, yeah,
I think.
But it's just funny because we were in here for 30 minutes.
Oh my God, it was a whole thing. Yeah, and then so today we were setting up, and I literally, it was out of habit. I thought it was record. For some reason, I just went boop, and I go, oh no, TJ isn't here.
Literally, I was setting up that camera over there, and Carly just looks at me deadpan and goes, I hit full auto.
Yeah, so we'll have to.
You're gonna have to confess to him.
I know. I'm should we go to a Catholic church?
Confession on Patreon.
Okay.
You admitting to TJ?
I'll admit. Will he be home?
Not until this afternoon, so it may be a couple days.
That's okay. Well, he'll eventually find out when he has to do his podcast.
Oh yeah. Well, I should tell him.
When are they recording? Do you know?
I don't know. I can look on his calendar when we're done.
Okay.
But I'm not sure.
I text him hey, Erin hit auto, just so you know. She was just scared that you were going to be mad.
No, maybe I should just take the fall so he...
That'd be a good friend for sure.
I'll take the fall.
Yeah,
it was me.
That's my bitch.
Yeah. It's funny because if it the difference in... when it was happening the last time we were here, you were having bad anxiety about it.
I was. Well, it was also because you were very preoccupied with your phone.
Yeah.
And no one was speaking to me because everyone was doing their own thing, which is fine. But I was just felt awkward and uncomfortable. And then TJ was like, well, you hit full auto. And I was like, no, I didn't. I was I swear I didn't. I'm just a little baby. I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
But I did. So whatever.
So, yeah.
So you get one angle. So those one angle lovers, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
I think I'm also discovering my sleep mask is kind of breaking off my hair.
Yeah, I was.
What?
I wasn't going to say it was breaking off your hair. I just figured you had little sleepies.
No, they're
is oh my God, wait. No, it's short.
I know, I'm getting bangs on accident. It's not good.
Should we chop them after this?
No, absolutely not.
Let's make a list of all the things we have to do today.
Tell TJ, confess,
bangs.
We got a busy day ahead. We're just influencers. We got a busy day ahead of us.
Work never stops.
Yeah, so that's a new development in my hair.
Is it a silk one?
Yeah, it's the one we both have. My favorite, by the way. What's it called? Drowsy. Oh my God, that's the best.
So good.
Remember when they were like promoted as better than Botox or something? Why the fuck would they say that?
Because Silk is so good for your skin.
Right, but like,
it's
no.
Not.
Like, what do you mean?
Need to get some.
Yeah, I kind of do too.
2025, I need to be injected.
I'm gonna get a new face. I'm gonna look like all the fake LA people. Perfect. My cheeks are gonna be massive. My lips are gonna be massive. My face won't move. No,
you're just a little baby. Your eyes are like piercingly blue with this shirt.
Thank you. That was the whole point. To pierce your soul.
Pierce your soul.
Yeah.
Our new band.
Man, okay, so how's being back? Erin's gone for like
great.
what, 2 weeks?
Beautiful weather.
It's been perfect the last couple days. Yeah.
And I looked at the weather like the day before we were coming home because I feel guilty when we're there because we can't really walk Paris because it's snowy.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's not like neighborhoods or anything.
It's not like she can go down a slope.
Yeah. Like she goes outside for 2 seconds and is like, I'm enough.
Yeah.
I'm done.
She's been spoiled.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, I hope the weather is good for her. Cause I will say like typically like January, Feb, it's like rainy season. So I was like, oh, are we going to be going home to shit or what? And cause when we left, it was like chilly here.
Yeah.
It's going to be 65 to 75 and sunny for like the next week at least.
Thank God.
I mean, I'm going to be taking her on 10 walks a day just to get some vitamin D.
There you go. And then you can also get your steps in.
My steps.
Your steps, yeah.
I was thinking, I mean, not deep in thought, but I was like, maybe this year I should aim for 10,000 steps a day.
It's really hard.
But then I was like, oh, then I have to wear an Apple Watch and like do all of
Or you
this
get an
stuff.
R ring. It tracks your steps pretty well.
I know.
But I will say,
I have an Apple Watch, so I wouldn't have to like pay for anything.
But then you have to like wear it all the time.
I know.
To track all your steps. Apple Watch 2025 out.
TJ.
Other devices in.
I will let you know this. He's still on his like no plastics journey.
Okay, I was going to ask.
And he found out that something came out that the Apple Watch bands have like millions of microplastics in them or
like
whatever.
the ones that it comes with?
Yes. So he got this like Velcro one, and he like obviously we got home yesterday, and so he opened it and he was like, here's my new watch, and it's just so funny.
Yeah,
but he's really sticking to it.
Well, there you go. I mean, I always got so many different bands. I tried to make it as like not Apple Watchy as possible, but like there's no escaping
this
it.
one, I'm like, you just look like a tech bro.
Oh yeah,
it's like Velcro.
Yeah.
And I'm sure like a month from now it'll be like these ones are bad too.
No, for sure. I mean, if they're from Amazon, there's cancer in it, you know.
I did when we were gone see something that said that tea bags let out. I think I might have sent it in my group chat for the like exact number, but so then you cleared out my cabinet for me when I was gone, and you saw all the tea.
Yes,
I threw it all in the trash.
I was like, I wonder how often she's making tea.
Those are also like a year old, but it said like it's better to use loose leaf. So like if you do still drink tea, like
wait, so there's something wrong with the bags?
Yeah, they let out like a shit ton of microplastics.
Well,
tea bags, microplastics.
What do we do? They're everywhere.
It says a single plastic tea bag can release around 11.6 billion microplastics.
What the fuck does that mean?
And 3.1 billion nanoplastics into a cup of tea. This amounts to about 16 micrograms of plastic per cup. I don't know how big that is, but like billion, I don't like that number unless it's like money. You know?
yeah. And not Elon Musk.
So I'm like, oh, that freaks me out.
Yeah, because like I wonder what the normal amount is. Like, is it like 500 million?
Yeah.
And is like not that far off.
A study finds tea bag contains nearly 13,000 microplastic particles. I wish they like could amount it to like, that's the size of a penny or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know. Because microplastics has to,
Could you ask ChatGPT?
What do I say?
Say like 16 micrograms. Like what
it's like,
size say what size is 16 micrograms?
Is 16
in like an object?
My thing is gonna be like, this isn't you. Micrograms.
What does 1 microgram look like?
It depends what you're measuring. It's 16 millionth of a gram.
Okay, that
in terms of visualization, the size would vary depending on the substance density. For example, salt or sugar, 16 micrograms would be an incredibly tiny grain or less, barely visible.
Oh.
So In feathers.
So less than a grain of salt.
Yeah. Feathers, 16 micrograms, could occupy more space because feathers are less dense. Okay. Thanks for that random fact.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
So like, how bad could it be?
Well, it's just like I understand why TJ is like against it, but in my mind, I'm like, there's no way to avoid it. So like, whatever. It's not a good thought process to have with stuff like that, but he's trying. The truth.
So I'll give that to him.
No, I think it's good that he's doing it. I'm just
on our clothes, like it's fucking everywhere. Yeah. And I think things are gonna just like keep coming out and like. Yeah. Then what? We're not gonna have anything.
Did you hear how like men's testicles have like so much there's like a percent of microplastics in them, but it's crazy. They tested like a shit ton of men and every single one had like a shit ton of microplastic in their testicles.
In order to do that, they must just like stick a needle and then pull it out.
I don't know. Yeah. Or maybe they just get it from their semen.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
They make them come together.
I like the latter though. I think they should stick a needle in their ball sack and suck it out.
Yeah. Like we have to have a period every month. You do this once in your life.
Yeah.
You're good to go. But yeah, I like your sparkly set. I really like it.
Fun, right?
Yeah. If you ever want to get rid of it, I'm right here.
They sent me the wrong size pants, so they're a little bit big.
Well, I have a huge ass, so maybe I'd fill it out.
They're really soft.
I was going to say it looks rigid. Oh, it's not rigid.
Yeah.
Is it going to, have you washed it yet?
No.
I was going to say, I wonder what the sparkles will come off.
Can you believe? I took it straight out of the fucking thing.
That's a me thing right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TJ said no, microplastics. I said, give me
more microplastics. I'm only ordering Shein this year.
Give me
2025 is year of Shein.
No, it's not.
Well, how was your Christmas break?
It was great. I wrote down all of my big things that I did, which were the only things that I did.
Yeah, I did too. There was like 4.
I went to Utah for 2 weeks. It was great. Just like truly just chill out and do nothing. Like you could spend half the time staring at the wall. I should have gone 6 books.
Oh my God.
And
any recommendations?
But of course.
You're like, no.
It's funny because I set my goal this year for 30 books.
Okay. Was that last year's goal too?
Or sorry, 2024. My goal was 30 books.
Okay.
And I got to Utah on the 21st, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
So I had like 10 days or something to finish 7 books.
Oof.
I was 1 book short, but I had the time. I had like 3 days. I read 3 of the books in a day each.
Damn.
I was like, okay, I'll do like, if I have 2 days per 1 book, like I'll make my goal. And then I literally had like 2.5 days to read another book, and I just did not want to.
Just that one.
And it was so like, I would start a book and I'd be like, I can't do this right now.
Yeah.
Like I can't concentrate.
You got to be like in the mood.
It was so weird. I think I just got like book burnt out because I read so many in like 5 days.
That's why I don't ever do book goals, because I don't want it to feel like I have to do it.
But the thing is, I think that's what I got out of it, is I thought I would be like, if I miss it, I think I specifically said it on my Vlogmas too. I was like, if I miss 1 book, like I'll be so pissed, but I didn't care.
Yeah.
So
that's why goals are pointless.
I was thrilled. I was like, wow, who is this girl?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I just didn't care because at the end of the day, it's like you're only competing with yourself. Like I wasn't if I had to beat you or somebody else,
you'd be like, I'm reading it.
Yeah, then I'd be like, I'm coming out number 1.
Yeah.
Like gold medal. Oh, it was like a tag that flew out there. I was like, what the heck? Okay, but these were the books I read. One by One by Frida McFadden.
Oh, I saw that you read or listened to it.
Yes,
right. Audible.
Yeah, we listened to that one.
Would I like it?
Yeah, it's like an easy book.
I feel like I always like Frida books, but they never have like an impact on me. I'm just like, okay.
Yes.
But I feel like
she's like the Colleen Hoover of like thriller.
Yes, that's perfect way. I think she writes a little bit better than Colleen Hoover.
Yeah. They're just easy as fuck.
Yeah.
Then Everyone Here is Lying by Shari Lapena.
Ooh.
Or Lapena. I'm not really sure how you say it.
I heard about that a lot. Is it good?
We listened to it. It's like one of those ones that I wish that I almost read.
Yeah.
Like with Frida, I don't really care. But when you listen to a book, like they have their own voices for the people, and then you kind of just like start picturing people a certain way and not in the way that you would maybe picture them. I think there was just like something about it that like bothered me, and I don't know what it was. I think I gave it like 3 stars, but I feel like if I read it, I would maybe give it more. I think TJ gave it 4 stars.
That's why listening/reading is so hard to decide, because it's like, it totally, like for like any kind of self-help book, I like have to listen to. I cannot read.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can always just plop it in while I'm doing laundry or like on my walks or whatever.
Totally.
And I don't think I could finish it if it was just the actual book.
The book, that one in particular kind of felt like drawn out to me. And there were so many people. Oh. It's about
it's like Game of Thrones.
Like a girl who goes missing in a neighborhood.
Sounds like my kind of book.
Yeah. I think that you would like it.
What's it called again? One by
Everyone
One?
Here is Lying.
One by One. That's the other one. Everyone Here is Lying. That sounds so familiar. I feel like it's on my to read.
Maybe.
I think it is.
I would say like it's worth a read.
Okay. I'll put it on my list if it's not already.
Then of course, Secret Santa, our book club book.
Our book club book. Can we talk about it a little bit?
Sure.
Because I know we'll have book club.
Yeah, but like who cares?
But like yeah.
Yeah, I want to know what you think.
The book, I feel like the first half of the book, I thought it was great. Like I was like, this is so silly and so well written, but something, I don't know what, I mean, it obviously got so fucking corny once they got to the event.
No, I think I rolled my eyes a million times. Also, like for reference, like
God.
This author at one point used unalived instead of
in a book.
Killed.
Like, you're a book. This isn't TikTok.
I texted Carly and I was like, I think I strained my eyes because of how hard I rolled them.
Yes. Oh my God. What else was I going to say? It was just like I can't even explain how stupid the antagonist, like the whole like ending, I guess.
Yes.
That was what really got me. I thought the rest, all that before was great. I was like, I like these characters. Like, I like how they all have such unique personalities and names.
Also, like, literally, I think was just like, what are the coolest, most popular names at the moment? Because every time that a new character was introduced, it also was a book with like a lot of different characters that you had to follow. I was having Tim read it after, and I was like, the only thing is, there's a lot of people you're gonna have to remember.
Yeah.
Which was fine for me. And especially since
honestly, it was fine for me too.
So unique. It made it a bit easier, but
it was okay. I will say I finished it and I was like, what the fuck? Like, that was so stupid. But then I read the acknowledgement, and she said in the acknowledgement that
actually pissed me off.
Oh, really?
I was like, you think the people you bullied in high school are going to be out there buying your fucking book?
Not that part. Maybe it wasn't the acknowledgement. It was something after the book. It was like why she wrote it or something. And it was like, I didn't find any Christmas thrillers. And she goes, I really wanted to write a cheesy popcorn thriller. And so I was like, okay, the fact that she...
Wait, did you read the whole thing?
That's
where she said. She was like...
I probably skimmed over it.
I was mean in high school.
Yeah, and she was like, and this is like the culture of the mean girl mentality.
Mean in high school, so for anyone that I bullied, I just want to say sorry. I was like, shut the fuck... You think they're buying your book?
Yeah, maybe to hate read it.
Why don't you message them on Facebook and apologize?
Well, if they read it, they'll be like, oh.
No, yeah. That
Mm-hmm.
made me... Tim, I didn't even read it. And then Tim came out, he's like, did you read this acknowledgement? And I was like, no, I like never do. And then I read it and I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
But I will say, the fact that she said it's a cheesy popcorn thriller made it less like stupid to me, because I was like, okay, if she thinks this is like a mind twist, amazing thriller, like we've got some words to say, but she like knows it's corny and stuff. So then I was like, okay, at least like she...
Maybe that's her way of being like, oh, just in case it is.
Yeah. It's not corny at all. It was so good. Yeah. But no.
I will say, I don't think you watched Pretty Little Liars, but it is that to a T. Just like...
I could imagine.
Horrible. Yeah. Like, it felt like bad acting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like it's like good until halfway, I feel like. Then it got stupid. Do you agree?
No, it was like interesting. I was like, oh, I like learning about these characters.
And like the whole thing with her in the manger, I was like telling you, I was like, that's so silly. But then it got like serious.
Yeah, a lot of it just felt like towards the end, like lazy to me.
Yeah.
Like she was like, how can I make this so ridiculous?
Oh my God.
It was so Pretty Little Liars coded. So I can respect that because I loved that show. It was stupid as fuck, but...
It was interesting enough to finish. Hooked. Like, I wanted to know what was going to happen. And I did like all the characters.
Yeah, but like, I didn't know it was going to be so gory. Like, it's so gory.
Oh, there were like, people in Goodreads were like,
fuck?
People in Goodreads were like, this needs a, what's it called?
Oh, come on.
Not a spoiler, a
trigger?
A trigger. Because it's like, that one scene, but it's like, I don't know how to like... I guess like, well, like, I don't know. I've never experienced that in my life. So it's like if I came across in a book, maybe that would. But I just feel like there's so many books out there that don't have any kind of, especially old books.
Yeah.
You know, there's no trigger warnings for anything like that. But.
It's funny that, like in retrospect, that she wrote all of that without a trigger warning, but then wrote unalived.
Yeah, I know.
What the fuck?
So respectful.
Maybe she was being funny.
I don't think so. I think she's being popcorn cheesy.
Unalived.
Unalived.
Stop saying that.
I think I feel like people started saying it because you just like couldn't say kill, and now it's like a thing.
You'll
also
never catch me saying that word.
I think I have, which is crazy. I've definitely said it, but probably like on TikTok.
Oh yeah, but not like you're not like talking to your friends and you're like, oh, did you hear about that guy who unalived?
Oh no.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone says that in real life.
The news.
An unaliving happened on 12th and Farnham.
I hate it.
I don't know why I do this with like Whitney from Mom Mormon Talk, but she was Ren to me.
Oh.
I just pictured her as Ren.
Oh, that would have ruined the book. I really liked Ren.
Till the end. Dun, dun, dun.
Harley.
Whatever. It's after Christmas. No one's reading this book.
Yeah, I wouldn't. To be fair, I don't think I would ever tell anyone to read this.
No, I wouldn't either. I mean, if you like cheesy books, then yes, but also wait till December.
If you like cheesy books, listen to the next three that I'm about to tell you.
Wait, I also want to say I finished it on Christmas Day, which is kind of iconic.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. I waited.
Oh my, I think that book you could read in a couple hours.
100%.
It was so quick. Okay. So as you know, a couple months ago, I picked up the Christmas Tree Farm book.
Oh, yes.
I loved it so much that I was like, I have to get the others.
Oh my God.
So I went to the store and I got the Pumpkin Spice Cafe and the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore.
These titles are so stupid.
I loved them. It's
like, what is the plot?
Literally a Hallmark movie in a book.
Oh my God, my nightmare.
Yeah, no, I would.
Get it away.
I would not recommend them for you. I personally loved them so much.
Well,
and
it's
it's
great.
funny because on Goodreads too, I hate, you guys know this, like people take everything so fucking serious.
Yeah.
Like one of the books, I think it was the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. It was either the Pumpkin Spice Cafe or the Cinnamon Bookstore, but like one of them took place in the summer and they're like, these weren't even fall vibes, 1 star. And I'm like, okay, shut the fuck up.
Oh my
like,
God.
The
People
girl
are
like inherited a coffee shop in like a very small town from her aunt called like the Pumpkin Spice Cafe or something. So they were like expecting it to be autumnal, but it was like at the end of the summer going into fall, like something like that. And they were like literally 1 star because these are supposed to be autumn vibes. I'm like, whatever. Like, look at the fucking cover. You know what you're getting into.
Yeah, what the fuck?
They were so cute. Like, I just loved them. They were my big 3 of the season.
Okay, so what's the difference between like a Hallmark movie and a book and like Secret Santa?
Well, one.
Well, I guess Secret Santa's a bad example because it's like horror.
Yeah.
But I mean like a really stupid book that you thought was really dumb.
Okay, well, like Frida books.
Like the perfect,
like,
this Silent Wife.
Oh, that book was just bad.
Yeah.
That wasn't Hallmarky at all. I think that author is like too serious to even like they take themselves seriously.
Okay.
Like I would say like a Frida is like an easygoing, cheap write.
Yeah. That's like a Hallmark thriller.
I wouldn't ever consider them Hallmark just because they are scary. And like,
oh yeah, that's true.
You never really get that with Hallmark. Well, like, no, that's like Lifetime. I would say like a Hallmark to me is like only romantic.
Okay.
You know?
Yep. Like
and
a rom-com.
it just like makes you get like little butterflies in your stomach. I fucking hate them, but then you love them. You're like, oh, cute.
Yeah.
They're just like easy, mindless, cheesy
popcorn thrillers.
You don't have to like use your brain.
Yeah.
Especially with thrillers, I'm constantly like,
who did it?
Yes.
Who done
and
it?
With romance, it's like I always know what's going to happen. They will wind up together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
See, that's why I don't like them.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, obviously.
But I think I just like the meat of the story.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, then like what's going to be this is how all of these books go. It's like they start and they're usually like immediately enamored with one another and fucking hate each other. And then a slow build of them being like, wait, we love each other. And then a fight happens because of something that one of them didn't like tell the other. And then they wind up back together. And it was just like all confusion. Yeah. Just like all stuff that could have happened if they had just communicated with one another.
Right. Yeah.
But it's like that is the plot of every single one of them. And I love it.
Yeah, I guess I get that. Like, you like the meat of it. Like, you want to know, like, the story.
Yeah, like, what made them fall in love?
That's fair. I get that.
Yeah.
Not for me, but...
also, like, these were... Looking at the cover, you'd never know, but there was some porn in there.
Oh, God.
One of them, I literally was like, Jesus Christ.
Really?
And I brought them all home with me. I was like, I can't leave these at my in-laws. I think it was the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. That was like
In my cinnamon buns.
Yeah, it was like the porniest one.
And I opened my cinnamon buns.
I think my ranking is the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, then the Christmas Tree Farm, then the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I read the Christmas Tree Farm first, and I, again, loved it.
You gotta tell Mike and Matt on Good Influences.
Matt DM'd me. He was like, I need to know how this was. He'd love it because it was horny.
Oh, yeah, he would.
So I'll give him the cinnamon bun one because it had the most action. I literally was like, oh my God, like.
Did they put cinnamon on each other?
No.
And like lick it off a nipple or something?
No, it really had nothing to, she literally just got what was she? Oh no, she just worked there.
No cinnamon buns for her.
Yeah, no, they did do like cinnamon bun sundaes or something like that.
Yum.
That one was cute. Oh, I loved it. And then I just, skied, watched movies, and then watched Sister Wives, which I have
yes.
I made some notes that I'll get into during our like TV stuff.
Okay.
But I would just like to
it's hard for me because I feel like I was so in and out of watching it. Like I watched it
I don't know how.
During the divorce. Like I was like, I need to watch the divorce season. And I think I watched the season before that with like some COVID stuff. What?
I'm trying to...
You're looking at me like I spoiled something, but I know I didn't.
For anyone. Do you know
it's been out for 30 years.
You know how many people started watching because...
I know, but the thing is, like, I'm so sorry, but like it has been out for literally 30 years.
You don't know who she's talking about. Why don't we talk about it?
But I think a lot of people know from the news. Well, maybe not. I don't know. You didn't? Okay.
No. And it's funny because I like when you would talk about it, like I obviously didn't know who the fuck you were talking about.
Yeah, because I know we've talked about it. Like I remember I said like all the wives have left him except one, and it probably just didn't stick because you weren't like into it.
No, I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah, whatever that means.
I don't know what she's talking about.
Whatever that means.
Okay. And then that was it for me.
Okay. Well, I had a very interesting Christmas Eve to Christmas Day. Okay.
Oh, your brain aneurysm?
Well, yeah. I think you would have freaked the fuck out, to be honest, because of what else happened. So Nolan and I stayed at a little cabin. It was so perfect. It was so cute. It was very cozy, like homey. They had like these little TVs with DVDs. Like it felt very nostalgic. Like we were both so excited.
How long were you there for?
Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and then left. So like 2 days.
Oh.
Like a full day.
I feel like it was on your story for longer. I saw the first one was like a close friends and I was like, who's she
I was like,
from?
No, I just didn't want people to know I was like not in my house. Oh. Not that I'm like a target, but I'm just like, I don't know. It freaks me out.
No, that's fair.
But honestly, Nolan's like way more freaked out about it. So I was kind of doing it for him.
Really?
It's because the cats.
Someone's
always
going to abduct
No, like he thinks someone will like break in and the cats will run out and never come back, which is a fair thing. Okay. But I'm like, your anxiety is like, if we ever have children, like you're going to be the anxious one. That's crazy.
Oh, we're if now.
Well, no, not really. But I'm just saying like hypothetically,
sure.
Like if we had a child right now, like he'd be crazy and I'd be like, calm down.
Mama.
Yeah. So we went to this cabin. So cute. I was looking through the DVDs. What?
It's so funny. He's like, our cats. I'm like, my Prada bags.
I know.
But I never like think of that.
Yeah. I'm surprised you don't because you're so scared about like whatever.
I don't know what
we should talk about it.
For me, I'm just like, they're just things.
Of course. Kim Kardashian.
Yeah. I think I'm more scared of like a fire happening.
Yeah. I'm scared of like carbon monoxide because it's a silent killer.
No, yeah, me too. I kind of wanted to get one of the, they have travel ones.
Oh, like so you can test in like hotel rooms and stuff?
Mm-hmm. Like you can just have it with you because a lot of places like don't, obviously at home, like it chirps when the batteries have died.
Yeah. It's so annoying.
Yeah, it scares Paris to death.
It like enrages both of us. Yeah. So anyways, I was looking through the DVDs. I bonked my head, but it was like pretty hard. Like my ear was bleeding and yeah, my ear started bleeding.
Of it or like on it?
No, like a chunk like came off a little bit and it started bleeding. And then right behind my ear was so sore, but no bump had formed. And I was like, I'm going to die.
Yeah.
So I was kind of freaked out. This was at like 2 p.m. by the way. Kind of freaked out, but then I was like, actually, I'm fine. Like I felt.
And you're like, what, in the middle of nowhere?
Literally middle of nowhere. It's Christmas Eve. Nothing's open really. There's like one corner store. You know what I mean? And so we go through the day. Like everything's great. I'm fine. Night comes. I start getting a headache. However, I've had a headache for so long. It could have just been that. But of course I hit my head. So my mind went to the craziest places.
Of course.
And I have a full-blown panic attack. Like, I'm crying. I'm like, I don't know what it was. I think I felt a little spooked to be in a cabin like at night because it's so dark. And I was
especially if you're reading the Secret Santa.
Oh my God, totally. It made it even scarier. Yeah, fucking like last thing on my mind. And then I was just like, I don't know. I felt like really sad for some reason. Like something happened to me and I got really sad. And I was like, this is weird. And I was like, I've never not had Christmas with my parents. And like now it's like we're alone in this cabin. Like I don't know what it was. It was just anxiety.
You probably literally thought you were like gonna die.
I don't know. It wasn't
from your brain.
It was just like a mild headache. And I was like, ugh, like I don't want to go to bed yet. Like this is spooky. And then like fully have a panic attack. And then I was like, fine. And then we were just like talking, like we were in bed talking. So like, I don't want to go to bed yet. So we were just like chatting, watching like Anthony Bourdain and whatever. Felt fine. Went to bed. Woke up at 4 a.m. Puked all over the wall. Like The Exorcist, sat up, vomited. And I was like, oh. I was like, here's the thing. I also drank a little bit.
I was going to ask.
Empty stomach. So I was like in my...
What did you have?
I only had, it was like a tall boy, but it was like a cider at like 4 p.m. probably.
Yeah, I would have been literally on my way to the ER.
I know. I was like, if this is happening to Erin, she'd be freaking out. But I felt like fine. I just needed to get it. I just felt nauseous and like needed to get it out.
Head injury and a puking? Oh my God.
No, I know. It was, I felt like
the nearest emergency department.
Well, it was bad because I'm so sorry if you don't like puke, skip the next like 30 seconds. But I would like sat up and I was like, are you okay? And I was like, mm-mm. And he goes, are you going to throw up? And I go, and he goes, are you gonna throw up? And I go, mm-hmm. And I go, and it's in my mouth.
Oh my God.
He runs out to go get a trash can. And I'm like, okay, it's in my mouth right now. I can't do anything about this. Like, don't do anything. And then it happens again. And that's why it like projectiled basically on the fucking, it was like the wall, the blanket.
Oh my God.
It was bad.
Oh my God.
This episode is sponsored by Skims. That you guys know, Skims is one of Erin and I's favorite brand of all time. The clothing, the underwear, the socks, the robe, the pajamas. I mean, they literally have everything. The dog clothes. I actually got my boyfriend a pair of the holiday pajamas and he is like living in the pants. He loves them. They're so soft. But I do want to talk about the bras because I'm not a bra girl, neither is Erin, but their bras are so comfy. So like they have bralettes, they have scoop bralettes, triangle bralettes. I mean, they're so comfortable. When I first got it, I was like, I don't think I would wear this. Put it on. Oh, I'm wearing it. I think I texted Erin the first time I wore it and I was like, this bra actually slays. Like it's really good. And I couldn't even feel that it was on. But everything from Skims is genuinely so soft. I literally pretty much only wear their underwear. My drawer is full of Skims underwear and tanks and bralettes. And I got a robe over there. I got so much Skims, guys. It's crazy. I'm so grateful that they sent those things because I would have never known that their bras were actually comfortable. So if you got to wear a bra for something and you're looking for pure comfort, Skims will be there for you. Shop Skims' best intimates, including the Fits Everybody collection and more at skims.com and Skims stores. After you place your order, be sure to let them know we sent you, select podcast in the survey, and be sure to select our show in the drop-down menu that follows. But I was fine after that. I was actually relieved. I was like, okay, I feel good. I went to bed.
You're kidding.
No. I felt like a dying Victorian child, though, because I was like, also,
were you at any point were you like, was that related to me hitting my head?
Yeah, but I wasn't like thinking about it that hard. I don't know. I was just like,
oh my God.
It felt like the alcohol thing to me. Like it's the same feeling I get when I go to bed on an empty stomach and I think the thing is I cannot go to bed on an empty stomach if I'd had any alcohol during the day. I think it's gonna fuck me up. What was I gonna say? I don't know. And then I woke up, I puked again like 30 minutes later. And then I was like, is this food poisoning? But I did feel like a dying Victorian child because we also were sleeping. The room was like, it wasn't like freezing or anything, but like it was heated by like a fire oven, but they also had like heated blankets on the bed and stuff. So sleeping with the heated blanket was amazing, but it also made me feel like really hot or really cold. Yeah. You know, like it makes your internal temperature so weird. And so I was like, am I like, do I have the flu? Like I was like, what the fuck is going on? But when I woke up on Christmas, I felt like great. And it was so nice because there was like a dusting of snow on Christmas morning, and I was like, oh, so cute. And then
I'm glad you're still here with us.
No, literally, I was like, I'm gonna Bob Saget. I was like, I do not want to Bob Saget. I was like, he hit his head right. Like he hit his head and went to bed. And I was like, yeah. He's like, I think you're okay. He's like, that was a pretty hard hit, but like your ear took the brunt of it.
Yeah.
And like
it would have been the puke that pushed me over
same
the edge.
I know. I mean I didn't go over the edge, but look like,
for me, I would be like,
if I take myself out of the equation, I'd be like, oh God, like I was, but I was fine. So I don't think it was a concussion. I mean, maybe it was.
No.
It went away.
I feel like it had to have been
it was just not a good like mix of things happening.
Oh my God.
No, I wanted to tell you that. And I was like, I'll save it for the pod because it's kind of a funny story. But yeah, he, and then, I forgot this too. The whole night I never travel without ibuprofen. Ibuprofen is my bitch. Like the only thing that gets rid of headaches for me, pretty much. Forgot to pack it. 8 p.m. my headache started. Like,
you didn't pack it.
No. I didn't have it. And I was like, fuck, the corner store was already closed. Now it's Christmas Eve. So nothing's open. Gonna be open tomorrow probably.
Boy.
However, we figured out the corner store does open on Christmas Day because it's like the only place that people can go, you know? So it was actually so fun. Wait, I forgot about this. This is what happened. So for hours and hours, I was like, fuck, I just need, like, I think the whole thing could have been avoided if my head was not pounding.
Sure. The panic attack.
And the only thing we looked everywhere for medicine. There was one, I think they like maybe live there part-time because in the bathroom, there was like a little like mirror cabinet and there was a thing of aspirin. And I was like, there's no fucking way I'm taking someone's aspirin. Like one, it could be anything. Like who knows what's in it. 2, that's just weird. Before I threw up, I went downstairs to go to the bathroom. Now I'm remembering this. And I was like, fuck it, I'm taking an aspirin. And I Googled the pill, like what it said on the pill to match it to make sure it was an aspirin. And it was such a low dose. It was for people with like heart problems. So I took like 2 because they were so low. And it was like a movie. I don't know if that gave me anxiety, but like literally immediately after that, I went upstairs and puked. So I think it was like also, I don't know if I got so nervous that I took them. It was just like a very funny like movie-esque thing.
God.
So then Nolan woke up so early and got like ibuprofen and stuff. And
perfect.
It was a good Christmas. It was so fun.
You made it.
Yeah, it was also our first Christmas together by ourselves. And so
crazy.
It made it like memorable in like a funny way where we're like, it was good. And it was the best.
Cozy.
We also watched, I've never seen Breakfast at Tiffany's. We watched that movie because they had it on DVD. It was weird. We were talking about that like a week before. And I was like, have you ever seen it? Like, I don't even know what it's about. And then it was just there. Watched Rent.
Whoa.
I know. Love a musical. We also, we watched Wicked. He watched Wicked with me on New Year's Eve.
What'd you think?
I saw it in theaters. Oh, yeah. Loved it. But he liked it a lot. I was shocked. I was like, wait, maybe you do like musicals? Maybe I like musicals.
You got to go to one like in real life. I wonder if you'd feel the same.
Probably not. I was probably like, ooh, Ariana Grande. Yeah. Also, there's so much hype around it. It's like.
Yeah. It's also just so different, like on stage as opposed to on screen.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen like musicals, like local ones. Yeah. And I'm always just like, oh, cool.
I loved them when I had older cousins, and when they would do their school musicals, we always went. And I was like, this is so cool. Can't wait till I get to do this.
Yeah. Were you ever in The Music Man?
Was I in
I thought we both were for some reason.
No, I was never in
I shared that invisible string with somebody. We both were in the Music Man musical.
No.
I also read a book. It's a memoir. Maybe you've read it or seen it, called Running with Scissors. It's pretty popular. People have said they like read it in school or whatever. So good. It's about a boy whose parents are like crazy. His mom thinks she's a poet. She's just like off her rocker kind of, and his dad just like is not there. And basically her psychiatrist looks like Santa Claus, and she basically is like, you need to go live with my psychiatrist because I need to go figure my shit out.
Her psychiatrist looks like
he just has like white hair with like a white long beard and white hair or whatever. And he's just fucking bizarre. He has kids. They're all so fucking bizarre. Like he believes that when you turn 13 that you're an adult and like can't be told what to do.
Who the
psychiatrist. So like in this house that this kid is staying at, there's so much chaos going on, but in like it read very like funny and silly. Like the psychiatrist pooped in the toilet, and he was very like, oh my God, you guys, you have to come see this. Like, this looks crazy. What does it mean? And they all went in, like half of them were like, ew. And the other half were like, cool. Whoa. Cause it was a perfect like circle, and then it pointed up, and he was like, what does this mean? And one daughter was like, it means that we're on the up and up, because I guess their finances were like not very great. And a week later, one of the daughters won like a frozen butterball turkey. What? And then a week later, another one won $1,000. So he's like, oh my God, this is like telling our future. So he would not let anyone flush without looking at their poop because he was like, this is telling us something.
Kind of cool.
It's kind of that vibe. Like him and one of their kids literally drilled a hole in their roof because they wanted a skylight, and the parents were just like, oh, that's interesting. And they just shit like that. There's just the Christmas tree had been up for 2 years. Half of it was dead. Like just shit like that.
Oh my God. I can't tell you the joy I felt this morning. I took our Christmas tree down yesterday, like immediately when we got back, and like just how much brighter our living room is now.
Oh, yeah.
Because it just blocks
the Christmas gloom.
Yeah, I'm going to have to find a new place for it.
Yeah. Maybe with your new designed bed or living room, it'll be better in a different place.
It's going to be like set up the same, but I'll just have to figure it out because it really blocks all the light.
I know.
In more book news, wait,
can I say one more thing? Sorry. Yeah. There's also a movie. So we watched the movie. Fucking horrible. We got like 40, maybe watched 30, 40 minutes. And I was like, nope. It sucks.
Turn it off.
Yeah, turn it off.
Well, Bye Baby finally gets delivered to me tomorrow.
Yay. Oh, now I'm scared I've overhyped it.
We're going to find out.
Somebody did say in my comments, they're like, I didn't like Bye Baby. And I was like, that's fine. You don't have to like it.
TJ wants to read it
I think you'll like it. It's a thriller. It's about best friends who drift and also come together.
I have been trying to get this fucking book for the past month.
I know.
And it finally comes out in paperback, and I like pre-ordered it on Amazon.
Oh, you pre-ordered it. Nice.
I have also, by the way, over the holiday, TJ and I downloaded Fable, which is like a different Goodreads.
Okay. Oh, did you post about it? I feel like you did.
I talked about it on Vlogmas, but I don't think I posted it.
I feel like it was in your story or something. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just a stalker.
So. But it's good.
Like, what's different?
It works better. Like, here, let me show you.
But do you have to go back and like mark all the books you've already read?
Not if you don't want to.
But did you?
No.
Oh.
And it imported all of my data from Goodreads.
Oh, that's what I was asking. That's what I meant. Like, so it already knew all the books you had already read. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's what I was talking about.
Yes. I want to show you. It's gone now, but like, it had like a Spotify Wrapped, but like for books. Like it was very cool.
Oh, funny.
And it like tracks all your data.
My Aura Ring had a wrap. And I was like, I'm not looking at that. Oh. It's like, you slept like shit.
And it's cool. I like it.
I'll have to download it. It's like, how does it differ?
It just
looks better.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Nolan like looked at it because he uses Letterboxd.
You can do TV shows on it as well, like shows and movies or something.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Like everything in one.
And you can join like clubs or groups.
Too much socializing.
I'm trying to find. It's annoying because it had like I wish you could see my 2024 Wrapped, and it was really cool. It goes like the same authors you've read. It like lumps them together, the genre of books that you read the most, and I just thought it was interesting.
Oh yeah,
and Goodreads sucks.
It does. I was looking at Letterboxd. I was like, damn, this is such a better looking app.
Letterboxd is really hard too.
Is it?
You can't like search for anyone. It's really, I just get it together, everybody.
Nolan said every time he marks a movie, Matt's like the first one to like comment or like or something.
That's funny.
He's just all over it. What else did we watch? We watched another movie, I thought. Oh, we went and saw Nosferatu.
Oh.
Fucking loved it. Whoa. It was so good. I can't wait to watch it again.
Wow.
Lily Rose Depp was incredible. It's so crazy how much she just looks like her dad, like as a young person.
Yeah.
My God. I fucking loved it. Does TJ want to see it? Do you know?
He has not mentioned it at all.
I just like, the only Nosferatu I knew of was like the emo night character. Yeah. And so I was like, that's funny. Nosferatu. That's the only thing I know about him.
As you should.
Yeah, as I should. It was so good. It's hard because like you probably wouldn't see it, right?
Maybe. I don't know.
It's not like scary. It's just like dark. And like, what the fuck is going to happen?
Let me see.
There's no like jump scares.
Nosferatu. Is it a thriller?
I'm not sure. It's probably a horror.
1922.
Yeah, that was the
original
silent film.
I don't know. I don't know if I'll see it. Has an 85% on Rotten Tomatoes.
The new one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really fucking good.
Oh my God.
That's all I'll say.
Nose.
Bill Skarsgård is he's just that guy. It's funny because he played Pennywise and Nosferatu, and he's like unrecognizable in both. He's like the horror king.
All the Skarsgårds. A bunch of freaks.
Yeah.
Well, I have nothing else to share.
I don't know if I have anything to share.
Nothing to share.
Not really. I got my hair redone. Next time I do it, she's going to put way more highlights and make like, it's going to be like brown, like a lot of brown in it.
Wow.
So it'll like give it a little bit.
When's next time?
I don't know. We haven't decided. Maybe, what's this month? January? Probably March.
Oh, wow.
March.
So far.
Yeah, I usually go like every 6 weeks. So maybe Feb.
Are you still growing it out?
Yeah. We'll see. I like it how it is now, actually, but I feel like once it hits like my shoulders, I'll be like, this is such an awkward length. Like, oh God.
The grow out.
The growth
phase.
sucks.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah. God, there's no way around it either. I'll just probably be putting it back all the time. I do that anyways. Like when my bob gets a little long, I just like always put it back. So
put it back.
Yeah.
Well,
but,
I'm excited for that next chapter of brown.
Well, it'll still be black, but there'll still be some brown in it. I just like because when she put it in the front, I was like, oh, I feel like it makes my face like look a little brighter and like better. I don't know.
The purple?
Yeah, once it like faded, I guess, when it was like brown, and then she put like actual brown in it this time, but it still needs to fade a little bit.
Where?
You can't really see it. Like, I don't know.
It literally looks black to me. Maybe in the sun.
Yeah.
You're also like behind on like a black curtain, so it's just a little bit hard for me to tell.
Plus like once it was like really light, that had been like a month of wash. So yeah, so we'll see. I don't know.
All right.
Well,
this day in history. Starting off strong. Actually, this is crazy. It's a crazy day. We have Cynthia Erivo.
Oh.
Kaylor. From Love Island.
Oh.
Noah Cyrus. Gia Giudice. Or Giudice, however you prefer.
Is she the daughter?
Yeah. She's waking up in the
That's what I was literally going to say.
Carolina Herrera. Zahara Jolie. Kim Jong-un.
Hell yeah. Happy birthday.
And then these ones are no longer with us, but I just was like, that's crazy. Elvis, Stephen Hawking, and David Bowie all share a birthday.
Who's Elvis, Stephen Hawking?
And David Bowie.
I said, who's Elvis, Stephen? Is that just Elvis?
Elvis, Stephen Hawking.
Oh, I thought that was one
Bowie.
full name. Holy shit.
I know. And then for TV, we've got Cheer, Driver's License,
classic.
The Bachelorette, Good Trouble, I Love New York, House of Lies, and Lindsay Lohan's Beach Club.
I Love New York.
R.I.P.
I Love New York was the best show.
Crazy. She's been on both seasons of, what is it, like House of Villains, I think it's called.
Oh.
She was on the first one, and then they brought
her
her
name's
back
Tiffany,
again.
right?
I don't know. I thought it was New York.
Yeah, but her real name is like
I don't
Tiffany
know what her
something.
real name is.
Did you watch a season of Flavor of Love?
Yes.
Me too.
Oh, I watched all of Flavor of Love.
That was like, the VH1
don't
was
really
so
remember
good
it.
then. They had Celebrity
Rock of
Rehab
Love.
or Celebrity, not Rehab, Celebrity Couples Therapy, like Celebrity Edition. Did you ever watch that?
No.
Oh, it was so good. They would take like C-list celebrities.
I was only interested in the ones of matchmaking.
Well, this was helping their relationships, kind of matchmaking.
I was like, I don't want to see these people fight. I want to see girls fight over one man.
Yeah, no, I mean, great show.
Yeah.
Also, you probably know this already, but Ariana's boyfriend Dan
Ariana
from
who?
Vanderpump, her boyfriend,
Oh,
real life
yeah.
Dan, he was in an episode of Bad Girls Club, and he looks
didn't know
insane.
that.
Like his hair is so
that's
long.
weird.
Yeah.
His hair is super long.
No, I know, but it's just like, yep,
He's
that's
probably
him.
been growing it out since.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. That's all for any of that.
Well, damn.
What a good time we had. Tila Tequila.
I know. Shot of love with Tila Tequila.
Okay, and then for Sister Wives, here are my notes.
Okay.
Because I know that you were excited for me to get to the COVID season.
I was, and then I was like, dang. Oh. And for one specific episode, I really wanted to watch with you, but it's already come and gone.
Which one?
The one where Cody's outside and he's like,
Oh, yells at
he's
Christine.
like, I forget what he says, but he's like, my life I've given
Yeah.
for you. And I'm like, you are acting right now,
No,
buddy.
It was very funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would say like the end of season 17 into 18 was when I first started really disliking Cody.
Okay, I was going to ask, and I was like crossing my fingers. I'm like, you don't like him, right?
No. Okay, here are my notes.
Okay.
So within the COVID season, plural,
The 10 of them.
The shock I had that Cody Brown would be the voice of the CDC guidelines.
Yet he's anti-vax.
That was so interesting to me, and I'm so annoyed that they wouldn't they were like, some of us are vaccinated and then others are testing. And I was like, who is vaccinated? I know Janelle is, because she was like, I'm vaccinated. And then they mentioned, I think, one other of their children, but then no comment on anybody else. And I was like, give me a list. And I was like, for sure, Cody has to be.
Yeah, he's so spooked about this. But I think literally he just wanted to be with Robin all the time and not have to deal with all the other wives.
Would say. I will say, though, during that time, I was like, I'm on their side with this. This was my order of wives. Christine, Janelle, Mary, and Robin would always kind of alternate. I think before...
That's a common list, I think.
Before we left, probably I think I was watching season 16. Mary might have even been at the bottom at that point, because she was just pissing me the fuck off, which hasn't changed, honestly. I don't like her at all.
Fair.
Christine and Janelle, I was like, I'm so disappointed in you guys. You're breaking my heart right now.
Because they were just willy-nilly.
They were bad. And it was just so frustrating, because they were the people that the same kind during the pandemic that would go out and socialize and do whatever, but then at the same time be like, we're following the guidelines.
Yeah,
and I'm like, no, you are not.
Yeah, yeah.
And Cody was the only smart person about it. And I was like, this is crazy to me. Never in a million fucking years.
It makes no sense.
Did I think this man would be, and I didn't even think he was bad up until that point, but I was still shocked by it, because I was like, oh, for sure he's gotta not give a shit about this kind of thing. But he was the voice of reason, and COVID ruined this fucking family, man. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Crazy.
This is something you could help me with, because I don't really know the lore behind all of this, but I know that something happened with, was it Janelle's sons and Cody and COVID?
Gabriel and Garrison. They were arguably the worst during COVID. And mostly everyone in the family blamed it all on Robin. They were like, oh, Robin's making
these rules or whatever.
But I genuinely don't think that's the case. I think that, where I'm at now, I do think that, I think one of my notes was Cody so obviously only wants to be with Robin. So maybe he was thinking okay, if I implement these rules and I know that it's not going to happen with everybody else, I can just be sequestered with her. But I genuinely don't think it was her being if you see them, blah, blah, blah. I think he was the one that was this is how we're following. And Robin is the only one who actually followed.
Okay.
And that's why they were able to stay together. But yeah, Garrison, rest in peace.
Oops.
And Gabe were
we can talk about
so
that.
Bad. I don't want to speak ill of the deceased. However, they were insufferable during COVID.
What'd they do? I don't think I saw that.
They were they were just doing whatever the fuck they wanted.
Oh.
And they couldn't understand that Cody didn't want to be around them, because he was like, I can't hang out with you. If you quarantine after seeing your girlfriend, I'll come hang out with you. But you keep going out and doing things, and I can't risk that, because then I'm not going to be able to see anybody else in the family.
Yeah.
And for some reason they're the people who couldn't get
Man,
that.
COVID must have been so hard for all the polygamous families.
Dude, I can't even
that's
imagine.
Crazy, because truly everyone has their own thoughts and opinions and morals about it, and it's no way is everyone going to be on the same page.
No, not. And they were not. They were definitely divided. Mary was kind of just oh yeah, I'll just stay at home because no one fucking likes me. And Janelle and Christine were very you're fucking crazy for doing any of this.
Oh.
Cody, for the whole family to get together for Christmas, I believe. He's I want us all to be able to get together for Christmas, but these are the things that we have to do. And this is what I have been doing the whole time that you guys aren't able to follow. And it was just literally everything we were doing. But it's so hard because you have kids who are young and they're it's not going to affect me. So we're going to do whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah.
But Cody also with Robin, Robin was immunocompromised. Their son is immunocompromised because he had RSV when he was a baby and almost died.
Yeah.
So it was very much we can't risk that. And Cody was I can't risk getting sick. So it was a tough watch for me with my two fave queens, just being absolutely bad about it. But after that ended, they were back.
We overcame.
They were back on my top again. Because I was like, now, Cody, you're just a fucking piece of shit.
That's
when it all changed.
So did you see when Robin got COVID?
Yes.
She looked like her kid, I thought.
She looked like her kid?
Like, she looked so young, like, without all her makeup. I was just like, that scene always just, like, sticks in my mind.
I understand, like, who isn't telling them that their eyebrows look insane?
No one is. That's the problem.
Like, well, why though? Like, Aurora, look at your mom and be like, bitch, wipe that shit off. Any of your kids, it's crazy. They all look so terrible.
Yeah,
I'm like, I know, it's at least 2021.
Yeah, it's not 2016, that's for sure.
Come on.
It is very dated looking.
Yeah, and I'm now in 2022, but let me hear my thoughts. Okay. I was fine with Robin.
Okay.
Like, I liked her again up until everyone started leaving. Cody, then she became like extremely annoying to me again because she was just like, Mary, stay, Janelle, stay. And it's like, bitch, you know that he hates them.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
She has this, like, it's crazy because she genuinely loves having sister wives and she's like devastated that they're not there.
I think because she's also like, I'm going to have to be with this guy all the time.
Yeah.
And I don't want that either.
And I mean, for her, she like entered this family. So it was already established and she was just there and now they're all gone. And she's probably like, well, I didn't sign up for this.
Yeah. Okay. Back to my turning point, season 17, 18, it was like once like they were vaccinated and, you know, you could like kind of do stuff again, part of COVID. That's when I started hating him because he was being so horrible to his kids. Like, I think it's, you know me, I'm a person that's like, be loyal to me or like, I don't really know if I want to be around you. But when you're a parent in that situation and you're like, holding your kids accountable for how they handled the pandemic and you can't be like the bigger person to like make amends with them and you're like, nope, I'm not talking to them until they talk to me. Like,
that's literally what he was doing.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, you're a bad parent.
Yeah.
And that's when I started being like, fuck this guy.
Yep.
It just seems like he can't take any accountability for like any role that he plays in any given situation. And that's when I started getting the ick.
Yep.
Cause like, he normally just kind of like made me laugh. I was like, he's so dumb.
Just because he's like
a little dumb
weird.
Goof. Yeah. But like now I'm like, oh no, you are a child. Yeah. Actually.
And he like started bringing up this patriarchy stuff and they were like, we never like.
Well, also me and TJ were like, yeah, you did. Like, that's the full Mormon culture. Like,
I mean, yeah.
Come on.
That's true.
When they were all like, we didn't. This wasn't a patriarchy. I'm like, girl.
He's married to 5 wives.
Like, what do you mean?
There's 5 of us.
It's literally what you're in.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was acting like I think he just said out loud, like, what? It's like, that's literally what your religion is. Like, there's not 5 husbands.
Nope, just women.
Yeah, so he like didn't see anybody for Christmas. This like broke my heart.
Oh yes, I remember that.
Didn't see anyone for Christmas because him and Janelle got into like this big huge fight because she was
Is that
like,
where Janelle was like, fuck off?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so then Cody just like wasn't speaking to her, but then said nothing to his other kids, didn't get any of them Christmas presents, didn't wish them happy Christmas or anything.
He's like taking it out on the kids.
And that was it for me. Because I was like, what the fuck do they have to do with this? Like, you got into a fight with your wife, grow up. And that is when I was like, you're done.
Yeah.
You're done.
I feel like that was like everyone's like, oh, he fucking sucks.
Yeah. And then I said he obviously only wants to be with Robin. And he's like so fake to everyone's face. It's like he does this thing where he's like wanting them to be the one that's like, I don't want to do this anymore, so that he can be the victim and be like, I tried.
Like with Mary. Like the things he was saying to Mary, I was like, you're insane. He was like,
yeah, but then off camera, he's like, oh, well, if she got married, like I wouldn't care. And like, that's how she found out. Because he was never like, I don't want to be with you anymore.
Yeah.
He was just like, no, it's this weird thing where he said basically to every wife, except for Janelle, like, I don't want to be intimate with you. I just want to have like a friendship marriage. And like, that's not enough for people. And the fact that he doesn't get that is like crazy to me.
Yeah.
So.
And that he like blames them. He's like, you're doing this, so I don't love you now. Like, you're not. Yeah.
The thing with that, with Christine, it's like, if it were me and like TJ shifted and became like a Republican and didn't care about other people, I could see why you would get like the ick from that person. Because I think for him with Christine, it was like a lot about the pandemic and COVID. So you know what I mean? Like, if, say Nolan all of a sudden was like, I love Trump. And like, then I'd be like, okay, I don't really like that.
Yeah.
But then it's like, okay, have an adult conversation and be like, I don't think that we have the same like values.
No, he can't have an adult conversation.
No, I know but then he literally does it in the confessional, and I'm like, communicate. He is very self-aware though. He's like, I'm a terrible communicator, and I'm like,
well, that's good.
I'm glad you know that. Kid.
Wait, are you enjoying? Because I feel like, I don't know if it was before this, maybe it was like the whole time, but like especially during the divorce season, there were so many scenes that were like 15 minutes, and it was like not cut.
But some of them though, I'm like, you're literally talking about something and you're beating it to death. Like we've already done this.
Yeah.
Like the amount of conversations Mary and Robin had about like Mary staying and just like,
it was like 100.
I was like, this is a plot line I don't give a fuck about.
Yeah.
So move on to the next. My thing is so sad for all the kids. One thing that like literally consumes my every thought, but also like where I'm at right now. I started season 19, which is the current season that's currently airing. I'm on episode 3.
Oh, you're ahead of me. I haven't even started. Like, I think I stopped halfway through last season.
Well, it's very fucking annoying. But so I don't know if like within this season anything happens, but the fact that these people picked up their whole fucking life, moved to Flagstaff, bought all of this land, and 3 years later haven't done a single fucking thing blows my mind. Like literally, I think about it every episode, and not because they bring it up, and I'm just like, they are idiots.
Yeah,
they are all so dumb.
I guess I didn't really like pay attention to that stuff.
Oh my god, how? It's every fucking episode.
Well,
like,
I know.
We gotta go to fucking whatever it's called. I can't even think of it right now.
Well, I know Janelle was like living in an RV, and she like really liked it or something.
Oh, she's had 2 apartments since. She lived in it for literally like no time at all.
I remember the apartment because that's when they were like fought. They fought in there. Like the fuck you.
No, that was an apartment.
Huh?
That was in an apartment.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I thought you said after the RV she lived in an apartment.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I was saying like I've seen it. I thought you said
the RV.
Oh, maybe
they fought in the RV.
Maybe I accidentally said that, but they fought in her apartment.
Yeah, it was like the small apartment.
I feel like I stopped watching like right when it was like when Christine and David started dating.
Well, that would be season 19.
Okay, then it's still going.
Because
I don't know.
Season 18, she's not dating at all. It's just all of a sudden like her wedding special.
Oh, yeah.
But then we started season 19 and Christine's like, I'm single. And I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, it's weird how they put the wedding special out before.
It's infuriating.
Doesn't really make
because
sense.
Like so much we've already uncovered. And now they're like saying all of this stuff that we already know. So I think it's going to be a little difficult for me to get through season 19 knowing what I know about like everyone's relationships.
Yeah. I think, how far are you in? A couple episodes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was telling Erin, like, I'm happy for Christine, but she did kind of annoy me, just like her and David. I was like, this is a lot.
So you have watched season 19?
I'm not sure which season I've watched. The last episode I saw was her and David looking at like wedding venues.
Yeah, like,
but that was like a couple episodes in. I feel like of that, like they move so fast.
Yeah, and
they weren't even engaged.
We watched 2 episodes. She's still single.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's hard to say because I already watched the wedding special, so I don't really know. But so you must have been watching season 19 because that didn't happen in 18.
It must just still be going.
Yeah, no, it is.
Okay,
like an episode was on last night.
Okay, so I am ahead of you a little bit.
Yeah. Very confusing that they did that.
Also, the TikTok I sent a TikTok to Erin. It was like this guy, like basically making fun of Robin, and I was like, oh, fine, because they always come up on my For You page, and literally I was like, oh, this one isn't a spoiler. Like, I'll send this because it was
by the way, I get nothing. Like if anything about Sister Wives were to ever come up, like I would immediately swipe, but it never did, which is nuts.
I sent her that literally. The search, well, when I sent it, there was nothing. And when I looked again, I screenshot it. So I was like, there's nothing, I swear. It said, what did it say? Garrison dead?
Yes. And I was like, I'm sorry, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And this was when I was on season like 17.
Yeah. But I was like, honestly, they don't even talk about it. Like, it's not even a part of the show.
It's because the current season, we are in 2025 now. Obviously, it aired in 2024 and is still currently airing. But they started filming season 19 in 2022.
Yeah.
So they made like a note at the very first episode, which was, I mean, it's not funny that he died, but it was funny because I knew and TJ didn't. And so like literally before the show even starts.
Oh, so you did know?
No.
Oh, because of my thing.
I knew because of your thing.
Oh, yeah.
But it flashes on the screen. It literally is just like, Garrison passed away, blah, blah. He was like, what?
Oh no. Yeah, it's really sad. And they like kind of cut him out the whole season. Like he's not really in it.
Really?
And they've Ugh. I know. After you catch up, you gotta hop on Sister Wives subreddit.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
I hate how, like, I love the show, but I hate how much they are just like so vague about everything.
Yeah, they don't talk about it.
It's actually like very annoying to me. I think it had to have been the last season. We were watching the like one-on-ones afterwards, and like Christine mentioned how Cody like burned his ring down, his like wedding band down, and then Mary got mad that she was like, that was private for the past 11 years. I'm like, who the fuck cares? Like, what? But I'm like, these are the things that we need to know about your relationship. Tell us. And then during COVID, there was this whole thing. It was about the Christmas that they were going to do. The kids had like a family group chat and they wanted to do Secret Santa because they do it every year. But then Robin was like, okay, let's do it over Zoom or whatever. And then there was like this huge fucking blowout within the family. And I'm like, show the texts.
Literally. Bravo would show the text.
They're like, she like was just being like this. And I'm like, well, I'm not just going to take your word for it.
Yeah, that is
true.
Show
us the texts. Like the details are just bad. And I feel like so much is lost. But where I'm at right now, Mary's like, I'm not biting my fucking tongue. Like, and Cody had a conversation with me. He would only have it off camera with me. But like, here I am now that we're done, and I'm not like protecting him anymore. And I'm like, what the fuck else?
You're like, I need to see that. Yeah. Like, Bravo would put the text.
Oh my god,
they'd put all the text.
100%.
They'd go above and beyond.
They would give us the tea. Okay, two things that gagged me.
Okay.
I had to rewind this like 3 times, but on the intro, when one of the rings fell off after Christine left him, there's like 4 rings on one of the letters and it fell off. And I was like, oh my God, it left me gagged. And then when we were watching the Christine wedding special, Truly being emo, gagged.
Oh, Truly being emo.
First of all, she aged like 4 fucking years in between like the last episode of the season and then the wedding special, obviously, because it was like 2 years later.
Yeah.
But I literally was like, oh my God.
Wait, she was emo at the wedding?
Oh, yeah. She's so emo.
Is she still?
I don't know.
Like, I feel like I don't like see any emo people.
She has like purple hair.
Is Truly, how old is she? I get all the kids confused.
How could you confuse Truly, our queen?
I just do. I don't.
She was Christine's youngest, like the baby that Christine
So
had.
is she like a teen right now, or is she in her 20s?
No, she's a teen.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like she's not like that anymore. Not to spoil it.
Well, she would have to be because the wedding was in 2023.
You're right. Okay, you're right. So yeah, the last thing I saw was like them planning it, so maybe she hadn't transitioned yet.
Yeah, speaking of transitions.
Her emo. Oh yeah.
Probably like season 17, I was like, where the fuck has Mariah been? And then, someone commented it on my Vlogmas. They were like, Mariah's name is actually Leon now. She's trans. And I was like, I'm sorry, what?
Like, why don't they include these things?
I didn't look it up until I watched like a couple more seasons and she still wasn't in it. Or I'm not sure what their pronouns are.
I don't know.
They, them, maybe. I'm not sure. And yeah, her and her partner, they both transitioned.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they're not on the show at all?
They haven't been in the past couple of seasons. But I went onto their Instagram yesterday because I was like, oh, fuck it, I don't care anymore. Like, they're obviously not going to be on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it might have been like 2022 or 23.
It's like RIP. Like,
no. But I'm like, I wanted to tell TJ. I was like, can I just tell you one more thing? Because I don't think that
it's going to happen.
Yeah. And he was like, no, I don't want to know until it's done.
I don't think that he's on the show.
No, I definitely don't. Here,
yeah.
Let me just look at their pronouns really quickly so we can correct that. Just in case.
Yeah.
They might still be a she. Ugh, how am I ever going to find... You know what? I'm not going to be able to find their Instagram. Mariah, Sister Wives, Instagram. Leon in the Mountains. Okay, yeah, their name is... Fuck me.
Leon in the Mountains. Sounds like a country song. Leon on the river. We all in the mountains.
A photo with Garrison.
I wonder if they'll ever address
June
it.
2022. And, pronouns are they, them.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I
wonder if they're ever going to talk about Garrison.
I know.
Or maybe, I'm thinking maybe like the reunion, it may be brought up.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Because that's what the first thing that comes up. And then it's like, oh God. But that's,
so sad.
Yeah. Because I remember when it happened, this is like such a me thing to do, but someone we know, we could talk about it after, but like someone we know like texted me about it. And I was like, oh my God, that's crazy. And then literally like 2 years later, or maybe like a year later when the season came out, she texted me again. She was like, oh my God, you know Garrison died? I was like, yes, we talked about it.
Oh boy.
But that's a very me thing to do. So I guess I can't be too mad.
What was I going to say about Garrison? After we were like watching it last night, I was like, it's so sad knowing that like him and Cody probably hadn't spoken for years.
I know. I'm just like, Cody must be like a whole, I don't know. I mean, I'd feel terrible.
Who knows with him? He's probably like, well, that's what he gets.
Yeah. His karma. Could you fucking imagine?
He's just like, I'm all one for like, it's important to me that people are loyal to me, but like to an extent, like my God, they're your kids.
Yeah. Like, and like they're your kids. They're gonna do bad things. Like they're your kids. And like,
they should not be the ones that need to like make it right with you.
I agree.
It needs to be the other way around. And it's so sad watching it. Like there was a scene in literally, I think it was Garrison. He was like, we don't need a dad.
Damn.
He was like, we're old enough. We don't need like a father figure in our life. And I was like, that's so fucking sad.
Yeah. Well,
just because Cody won't fucking be an adult.
Yeah. And then the Christmas thing too, wasn't it? Like, well, Garrison and Cody haven't spoken. So like, they don't want to be like, we don't want to spend Christmas together because it's so like Janelle was like, I'm going to spend it with my family.
She had, yes. It wasn't because of that. It was because Cody had said like, they need to apologize to me.
That's right.
Before we can do Christmas. But then he took it back. He did, to be fair, he was like, no, like that's not what I mean. Like we need to make it right. But then she kept on being like, this is what happened in their big fight too. She's like, you kept saying they need to apologize. And he's like, I immediately like changed that wording, which I watched, he did. But again, it's like, that's not their responsibility to do that. Like you should reach out to them and be like, hey, can we talk about this so we can all have Thanksgiving together? Like I would love to make amends. Like it shouldn't be the other way around. He was just so upset because apparently they had like texted Robin some stuff being like, this is all your fault, which also show the text messages.
Yeah, I want to see. God.
Like, how mean were they to her? I need to know how much I need to like dislike her or not, you know? So yeah, they wound up doing, I think like some of her kids got like an Airbnb.
Yeah.
But then Cody didn't even come or anything, which is just like, grow up.
This is like an Am I the Asshole we would read.
Grow up.
Am I the asshole for not having Christmas with my kid?
Yeah. Like not even Savannah, Angel on Earth. She's probably like my favorite just because I feel like one, she's like the voice of reason.
Whose daughter?
Janelle.
Okay.
She's the youngest and she's so sweet. And I feel like just is like, has a good head on her shoulders. And like for him to not even call or text or anything is so sad to me.
I agree.
It's like you didn't have any beef with her.
He handled it all out so badly.
It's like when people are narcissists, it's like, oh, Janelle did this to me, so everyone in her orbit like needs to be bowing down at my feet and like apologizing.
Yeah.
When it's like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
You gotta figure it out.
I wonder if we met Robin in real life, what she would be like. I
think she'd be really kind.
I think so too.
I think she has like a good heart and is very nice, but I could see.
I think they all are
100%.
You know, except Cody.
I don't think any of them are like bad.
Yeah.
But I get what it's crazy watching like from when Robin first came in until now, like how they choose to speak about her. Like now they're like, no, she's evil and orchestrated this whole fucking thing. And like, we hate her. Don't trust her.
Interesting. Cause I didn't see it that quick. So
yeah, like
I just have, I know they liked her at first, but
well, you could like tell that's kind of why I was like, this bitch. That's like when I started not liking her. But it's also like for me, I'm like, Christine, I love her so much, but I'm like, you wanted to be a monogamist. Like you are not a plural marriage girly. Like, and I think she knew that about herself. She was like, earlier seasons, like, I'm so jealous. And like when they didn't want to build the one home, she was like, I'm going to see you go on dates. And it's like,
you're talking about Christine?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, do you know what you fucking signed up for, lady?
I know. I also thought, I don't know, she's probably always been this way, but especially through the divorce and her talking to the camera, like she's so good at communicating how she feels and really laying it out.
Yeah, no, she's
for
a
what
great
it is exactly. And
even in her conversations, like with Cody and the other wives, like she really just like
there is nothing more exciting than their conversations outside with their fucking tripods and cameras filming them. Like,
well, it got to a point
yelling
where I was like, why are we still outside? I'm wondering if it had to do, because at one point they definitely like switched back to having someone filming them.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it's the middle of winter and you're still outside. Like,
I know there were a lot of scenes. This is like, I'm pretty sure like post-COVID.
Yeah.
Where Mary went to Robin to like have a conversation and she like wouldn't let her come in. Yes. It's like they stay outside. And there's like theories on Reddit of like why, like maybe she's a hoarder. Like maybe there's things in her house. I know, but like.
I feel like it might have had to do with production. Like maybe for filming still. They weren't allowed to like do that and they had to be outside.
They're too famous. They're using fake houses, just like the outside of the houses.
Oh my God. What a mess this all is.
Yeah. I wonder what other weird shows of mine you would actually like.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like I knew you'd like Sister Wives just because it's so crazy.
Yeah. And I love
I feel like you might like Welcome to Plathville.
It's being I think every like polygamist Mormon show exist is now being recommended for me on Hulu.
I would
Big Love, like literally everything.
I would start Welcome to Plathville. It's really good.
Yeah, I'll have to see.
I need to catch up on it, but it's a very religious family.
How many seasons? I mean, we're gonna need something to watch after.
Yeah, there's probably only like 5 right now or something.
Oh, just a weekend binge.
Yeah, for real.
Welcome to Plathville.
You're gonna have to get Discovery Plus.
No, it's on Hulu.
I know, but like as you get into these crazier shows.
No, like I can't. I've watched other, like I tried 90 Day Fiance.
True.
Those ones just like make me uncomfortable. Like the 1,000-Pound Sister. Like I feel uncomfortable.
Oh, okay.
I think it's because I just like feel too bad for everyone involved.
Oh, I don't. I'm just like
heartless.
Watching. Yeah, I'm heartless.
Oh, 6 seasons.
Okay. Yeah, it's not bad. And it's interesting because like some of them are still really religious and some aren't. And there's like so much turmoil in the family and it's really good. But you really cannot get any spoilers for that one.
Oh, slay.
Yeah. No. I mean like you shouldn't. Like I don't want you to get any because like it would suck.
Ruin everything.
Not everything, but it would be like, what the fuck? Like, oh, yeah.
I have a take. I'm wondering if anybody else has it. So they started filming this current season at the end of 2022.
Okay.
And McKelty has her twins.
Okay.
And then obviously like we're probably now because in November she had her babies. So we know they were filming then. And then I believe obviously they probably kept filming in 2023 given how far apart each fucking episode is. I have a theory that her and Tony went on Ozempic. They are so skinny.
It's possible. Yeah.
And I'm because I feel like that's like kind of when it all started happening.
Yeah.
I would love to know.
It's crazy just like clocking it.
Yeah, well, they're like showing, she's pregnant with twins. Even in the like wedding episode, I was like, holy shit, they lost so much weight. And so then in the confessionals of the season, like they go back and forth to being like larger. And then in the confessionals, they're like literally half the size.
Wait, how come? I remember you posted your story. You didn't like her husband at first or
Tony,
something?
He just gave me like a weird vibe.
Okay.
It was like when they first met.
He is a little strange.
Yeah.
Like I think he is a little weird, but
I've definitely like come around to Tony. He's not on my screen all that much, but at first I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, just like the things he said, I was like, you're fucking weird. And he was kind of like judging the family and I didn't like that. I'm very protective of my polygamists.
I know you are. I would rewatch it all, but there's too many seasons. Like
so
I would love to refresh
through.
it. I know, but it's just like
hit the ones that have like 40-minute episodes.
Yeah.
Skip the hour and a half seasons. But that's what's
crazy.
Season 18 took us so long to get through because there was literally like 22 episodes.
Too many.
Yeah.
Too many.
Crazy, including like the weddings. And then there were 4 one-on-ones, but it seemed, we normally don't watch them, but they seemed necessary in this case because it was like during the demise of pretty much every relationship.
Oh.
And then we also saw like after those was the wedding special. We were like, wait, what?
Yeah.
When did this happen? So
wait,
now
do we
have to
know?
watch.
Did the wedding special actually come out before that season, or was it like simultaneously?
So because in the one-on-ones, at one point they brought David on.
Oh.
So like for me, I thought that was going to be our intro of meeting him, but that means that they filmed that after they had already filmed the next season, and then put it in the previous season. So it's like very
so weird.
Confusing.
Yeah, that's weird.
Because I'm like, why the fuck did you tell me everything about this man? And I'm going to meet him again.
Yeah.
6 episodes from now.
Yeah.
And Cody, he's such a fucking loser. He like him being like, I never loved any of them.
No, I know. It's like, okay, buddy, victim.
It's like giving when like someone hurts your feelings and you're like, oh, well, we were never
I didn't even
really
care about
friends.
that.
It's like, you're such a loser.
Yeah. He's just like, he can't handle the fact that the women left him.
Yeah, he's such a little bitch.
Yeah.
In the last episode we watched, the preview for next week was basically Robin being like, you're giving me the ick.
Oh, yeah,
you won't
yeah.
just like apologize to your fucking kids.
Yeah.
She didn't say the ick, but she said
it was
something
similar.
and I was like, good for her.
Yeah.
Because like,
she said, I'm
feel
losing
the
respect
exact
for
same.
you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was, me too.
Yeah.
Especially
Queen.
like someone being married to him. I'd be like, what, are you going to do this to my kids?
No, literally. I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? And it's a lot. It's obvious Robin doesn't want them gone because she's like always encouraging him to make up with them. So it's like, she clearly doesn't want like him all to
Even
herself.
still, she's like, I think Janelle and Mary will come back. And I'm like, girl, let it go.
No, I know. It's actually so sad.
Just like go find someone
It's like
else.
a bad breakup.
She's like, I hope Janelle still builds on the land. And I'm like, she's not going to hang out
or like
with you if she
Mary's
does.
Mary's still gonna live there. Like, no, I don't think so.
And then Cody is in the confessional being like, well, I feel bad for her. How awkward. She has to like be around just me and Robin and see how in love we are. And I'm like, you're such a dick.
I know. He's the worst. I hate him, but he's so good for TV.
Oh, yeah.
I
Keep
mean,
that man on my screen. Season 19 is so funny. His hair over the years.
Oh,
is like
I know. Oh,
it's so funny because he only has these like 2 little
Curls.
curls left. Each year it gets worse and worse, but I can't picture him bald. Like, I love that he's really hanging on
to the curly hair.
Yeah.
Well, his hair is like so symbolic of him too.
Oh my God.
I can't imagine like the person at like the Who Am I when he shaves his head, if he ever does.
Why hasn't he gotten like a hair transplant by now? They have to have the money.
I would think.
Even though they can't pay off their land.
Maybe it's against their polygamy rules.
Those don't exist anymore. He is a full-on monogamist.
True. And I feel like most women have like Botox.
Mary?
Mary, yeah.
Last season, I was like, damn, girl.
Was she like, oh.
Yeah. I really noticed
I'm so jealous.
I know. Oh, Mary. Tim was watching.
Tim was?
Yeah, and he was like, these ladies. He was like, 4 wives, and they're all going to look like this.
Oh, my God. He needs to watch it. I feel like it'd be so interesting.
No, he was.
Oh, he does.
There was a day where TJ and I were like binging it, and because they had like his parents went out skiing, but it was like TJ had skied like 4 days in a row, and it was like not great conditions, but they kind of go out every day and just like ski for a couple hours. So in the morning we were watching it, and then they left, and when we came back we were still watching it. So Tim caught like 2 episodes, and then at one point he's like, all right, I can only handle so much Cody. But he was like loving it.
Yeah.
Because they live in Utah too.
Yeah.
Well, and so like
they're around like Mormons.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very funny. But I should bring up, we were at a bar, and Wasatch, it's like a brew place in Utah, and they have a beer called the Polygamy Pilsner. I didn't order it because it's like a kind of like a Guinness.
Mm-hmm.
And we were about to eat dinner, and so I was like, no, I need like something light. But I'm going back.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going to,
you have to get it.
So we're going to Park City for MLK weekend, and they have like one of the breweries on Main Street. So we're going to go. I made a reservation to go there. And like, I'm getting the Polygamy.
Oh, hell
Pilsner.
yeah.
It's
you gotta
so
let me know.
funny. Did I send you a picture of what the can looks like?
No.
Holy shit. It's like, it's so funny.
I love that Utah is doing that.
No, yeah. And
like,
so then I told
funny.
Carly, so then the state of Utah got so fucking mad at Wasatch Brewery because it's illegal there. And like it's
like they're trying to be like, we don't want to like,
make
and
Mormons like run the state of Utah, and they were like, no, you're making Mormons look bad.
Yeah.
And so then Wasatch put out another beer called First Amendment Rights. Which is so, I was like, no, like I want to give this brewery all of my money.
That's so funny.
It's funny too, because I was like dying over them making this beer. And like Tim and TJ were like, this is just like so normal to us.
Yeah.
Because they put up a shit ton of billboards too when it came out. And they were like it was like a couple of people on a chairlift, like 4 or 5 people on a chairlift. And I think in quotes, it was like, why have just one? And it was like a man and 4 women. But so obviously like talking about the beer. So yeah, Utah was really, really mad.
I mean, it just like is paying homage to
so fucking funny.
The old Mormon religion.
Is it polygamist?
Or off Mormon, I guess. It's not Mormon.
Polygamist? I think it might be polygamist Pilsner.
Yeah, I remember like my best friend growing up, her family's Mormon, and they were so like, if you brought up polygamy, they'd be like, no. Like that is not a part of our religion. Yeah. Like they're very like,
but it's like, that's like what it was based on.
Yeah.
Oh, Carly, this can. Oh, polygamy porter. Sorry.
Oh my God. I love
like
it.
a bunch of a man and like 3 naked
It's kind
women.
of art.
It so is.
It's art.
I'm obsessed.
Wait, you have to screenshot it so I can put it in this video.
I'm obsessed. Maybe if we check a bag, I'll bring one home for you to try.
Yeah, please. I can drink it on the pod.
Polygamy
Just a nice little beer at 11 a.m.
Y'all are going to have to not have an empty tummy. This is so funny.
That's crazy looking. That's crazy.
Like what iconic behavior to then turn around and be like, First Amendment
rights.
I'm obsessed.
I love it.
I need to meet the founder. Also, their beer is so good. So I ordered years and years and years ago. It was probably like 2016, the first time I ever went to Utah. We went to the brewery and I got the blueberry beer that they have, and it's so good. And so that was on the menu. And then I was kind of just like looking at the whole Wasatch section, and then obviously I sent you the menu and I was like, no fucking way. They have really good beer.
So funny. First Amendment rights. First Amendment rights, baby.
I mean, just absolutely icon behavior.
Oh man.
Let me see if that exists. Polygamy. I mean, what was it? Oh, First Amendment.
First Amendment rights. I'm cold now.
Yeah, my toes are. First Amendment lager. It's like the perfect amount of petty.
I can't tell if it looks Republican or Democrat.
No, they're...
our First Amendment rights.
They made one like this, too. It's so funny. Like, they're just like, fuck you.
Yeah, that's... So obsessed. Can Utah, like, do anything about it?
No.
Oh,
First
well, that's
Amendment,
hilarious.
Right?
True.
I'm obsessed. Okay, well, I didn't really watch any other television. We watched a lot of movies.
I tried to watch the Golden Globes, didn't get through it.
Yeah,
I was very bored of it.
TJ was like doing something, so I was like, I'm gonna put these on. I probably made it like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, let's put Cody on now that you're done.
Cody, not Sister Wives.
No, we were always saying, what do you think Cody's up to?
I want a camera on him at all times. Yeah. It'd be kind of funny.
Or just like more currently. Season 18 was really hard for me because it would be like, we'd see the fight between Janelle and Cody, and then the next episode would be like, so Cody and I fought 6 months ago.
Oh, and I'm like,
huh?
I know. It's really bizarre. And I don't know if it's because of like crazy COVID spikes, so they like stopped filming for a while.
I don't know.
I mean, that whole time was so weird with TV, like reality shows.
I will say, like, in 2022, like, they still are, like, filming themselves, which I actually, like, really like.
Yeah, it feels like a vlog.
Yeah.
It feels better.
Because you get the, like, everything.
Yeah. I know. I'm always, like, curious. I'm like, okay, they have to, like, I bet they sent them all a phone.
Totally. And tripods and everything.
And we're like, okay, you have to, like, I'm just always curious how this production kind of thing works, because they do it on 90 Day Fiancé too. And I'm like, they have to know to, like, do not disturb it. But if it's a new phone, no one's going to call. No. So it must just be, like, for filming.
They have, like, a filming camera, 100%.
100%. And I don't know, it's just crazy. Like, they really are relying on them to, like, get it. And if they don't, then it's like, God, do it again. I don't know.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah. I do like it too. It doesn't, I mean, if they, like, vlogged, that'd be the best.
I know. Well, it's funny because during the pandemic episodes, they had, like, I think Mary would probably go live a lot because she would do this, like, bake she would share like her mom's recipes or something.
Oh, yeah.
And her and Mariah would like film themselves baking on live.
Yeah.
They showed that.
I think I watched some of those. Like they would pop up for me all the time.
TJ's coming home.
I can tell him right now.
Yes, please. Oh my God, he was supposed to be home at 3:00.
Well, it's almost 1. It's a little
2
early.
hours early. Oh my God. Wow.
I'll have to tell him. I don't care, actually.
You should,
Not actually.
you should sit down and be so serious.
There's
Scare
no
him.
way. I can't. I need to talk to you. Sit down. Sit down. All right. Do we have news or anything?
Oh, yeah, we do.
Oh, Christmas happened.
Oh my God. Sorry. I'm so sorry that I would talk about Sister Wives for so long.
We might need to change this battery. It's on its last leg, but I think it's okay.
I don't think there's another one charging.
I'm charging it.
Okay, thank God. Okay, we can get through this quick because it's really not that much.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of the Golden Globes, Zendaya was walking around with this massive honking fucking ring on her engagement finger, and everyone was like, what the fuck? And then I think it was confirmed this morning, at least by TMZ. They say Zendaya and Tom Holland are taking the next step in their relationship because they're engaged. Sources close to the couple tell TMZ the Spider-Man star popped the question between Christmas and New Year's, dropping to one knee in a very intimate setting in one of Zendaya's family homes in the U.S. It wasn't a big over-the-top proposal. It was very romantic and intimate. And then she showed off her massive engagement ring Sunday at the Golden Globes. I saw somewhere last night before this came out today. It was like just a person who knew the brand, and they said like something like that was like $200,000.
Damn.
It's a gorgeous ring in a way that like, yes, it's massive, but I feel like it's not like gaudy.
Yeah.
I think because the band itself is like so dainty and cute. Like, I don't know. It's just perfect. And like, she looked fucking incredible.
I saw a video of like someone looking at it, and I was like, oh, she's definitely engaged.
Yeah. There was a lot of people that like, everyone was like, look at that face of that person.
Yeah.
Okay. And then this news I just thought was crazy. Breaking Bad Walter White's house is for sale.
Oh, yes, I saw this.
You did?
Yeah, people were like, he could do the funniest thing ever. And I was like, why would he want that house to get harassed at?
Yeah, I'm like, someone's going to snatch that up and make it like an Airbnb. But what's crazy
that would be the smartest
property
thing.
is estimated to be $340,000, which is like, okay, I'd buy it. And they are asking for $4 million.
I know. I'm like, holy fuck.
Someone's going to buy it.
And it's like, it's just the outside of the house, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's not the inside.
Someone will buy it.
And you're going to get harassed.
Yeah.
So,
it's crazy reading this TMZ article. If you don't know, there's like the woman who lives there is constantly like screaming at people
she
to
hates
like
everyone.
Leave. They built this huge fucking gate. But people like throw the pizza over because like of what happened in the show. Like, that's fucking annoying.
I mean, that would annoy me.
Oh, 100%.
Walter White house or not.
I would scream at those people.
Yeah, I'd be like, you're literally making a mess. Clean it up.
Yeah, I'd be like, can you just deliver it to me and I'll eat it?
Yeah. You can pretend to throw it.
So that is a crazy amount of money.
I wonder who's going to buy it.
Someone's going to buy it and they're going to make a fuck ton of money.
It'd be so cute to Airbnb it and make it like Breaking Bad themed, obviously. Yeah. Like have a little RV.
Build the meth lab in the house.
Yes, real meth. But just like, make like the scene where like under the floorboard there's all the money. Like have a little like, I don't know. I think that'd be so fun.
The only person that's going to pay $4 million for it is an investor who's going to be flipping it to some sort of rental.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
no like normal ass person is like, I'll pay $4 million for a $300,000.
In Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Yeah. Like every house around it's probably worth like $200,000, $500,000, and they're paying $4 million.
I mean,
that's crazy. Just because it was the Breaking Bad house.
Yeah. Because they probably know that some investor was going to swoop in.
Yeah, it's wild how that can just like change.
I know a lot of people wanted us to talk about the Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni of it all. And I'm going to be honest, I don't really care.
Me too. I don't care at all. I literally don't know what to think. I'm just like, let it get settled in court.
Yes. Okay. I will say like when Blake put out everything, I was like, that's horrible if he did do all of these things, of course. Mm-hmm. But then like when he does a countersue and then people are sharing text messages and I'm like, it's too much now. Like I can't follow this.
Yeah.
I don't have like the time, space or mental capacity to follow.
See, I have all of that and I still don't care.
I have
so much time, so much space, so much capacity.
And it was like 10 minutes and I was like, I'm sorry, I don't care enough about it.
I don't care.
I think like you said, they need to settle in court and then we'll see what happens and then we can comment on it.
And it's like everyone has their own opinions and they're their team whatever, and it's like we don't know what the fuck happened.
I'm just gonna be Team Blake because she's a woman and I hate men.
That's true.
I actually don't hate men. But
I hate most men, I think.
I just like don't. I'm for the girls.
Sometimes I am. I don't know.
No, it depends on the girl.
Yeah. Not all girls, but like most girls, you know.
I'm just for whoever's right.
Yeah.
In this situation, I don't know who it is, but I think that a lot of the stuff that came out in the first go around was like pretty damning towards Justin.
Yeah.
But then like whatever came out about Blake, like counter.
See, I don't even know what came out about Blake. I'm just like, what?
Because she was claiming like, oh, he came into my dressing room unannounced when I was breastfeeding. But then like text messages came out that she was like, I'm in my trailer breastfeeding if you want to come run lines. So it's like, okay, I can't. And it's just like, these are just little clips of screenshots that like, I can't.
Like there's a bigger picture here.
Like I need you guys hire a lawyer and then they can explain to me what happened.
Yeah, explain like I'm 5.
The document she put out was like 150 pages.
I know.
And I'm like, who's got the time?
I don't know.
So I hope that everything, gets settled. But
I know.
Again, people are being like kind of annoying with it. Last night at the Golden Globes, some guy, I think he won like Best Director or something. He won something like that. And he made a point to be like, all of the people who like pay for the movie to be made, like the writer and director, like we should be the ones who have the final say. And like, then everyone twisted being like, he's talking to you, Blake. And I'm like, no, he's literally talking to like the financial people to be like, give the director final say.
That's funny because I saw that part and I was like, oh no, there's no way.
It wasn't.
I was like, because I didn't know. I was like, maybe he's like a part of that movie. Like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah. People just like twist everything.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really think that much about it.
I guess one last little thing was the video I sent you that Bunny posted about running into Grace O'Malley.
Yes. Sad.
So sad.
Sad. Like I don't know if you want to like
basically,
briefly.
So Bunny is like a podcaster. She's married to Jelly Roll.
I think she's also an OnlyFans.
Oh,
Model.
Okay, Queen, go off. She
you guys should collab.
Went on to her. Well, that'd be great for me.
Yeah.
I don't know how it would help her, but Bunny, if you're listening, she was on her podcast and she was talking about how Grace was supposed to come on her podcast, but she was like, I can't come on. I can't do that to Brie. And then she ran into her at some event or something. And basically Grace just started like bawling her eyes out. Because Bunny was there with her best friend of like 30 years. Yeah. And Grace was like, did you guys ever have like hard times? And then was just like spilling her heart out to her. Yeah. It's just like, I mean, go look up Bunny on TikTok.
Sad.
I mean, it was so sad to watch.
She's like, have you guys ever fought?
Yeah.
Have you ever like gotten into blah, blah, blah? And she was like, yes. Like,
yeah. Especially seeing like, it's like the juxtaposition where like you are being told from these notable people that like Grace is having like a very hard time, like crying publicly at these things, and then you just like see Brie's stories and she's like, fuck you, fuck this, fuck that.
Yeah, I know. Just
fuck
like
the haters. And I'm like, okay.
Just please work it out on the remix, girlies.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
I thought this was like doesn't matter. But yeah, waiting to see what happens. I think Bunny did a really good job of
explaining it without like blaming.
Yeah, and just being like, you know what? Like, I have hope for them. They're young, like what we've said.
Yeah.
And she was like, but if not, then like, that's okay too.
Yeah,
like
it is what it is, I guess. God.
I thought it was a great
Poor
little
girl.
clip.
I mean, it is sad to have like confirmation that Grace is like really torn up. And like, Brie may as well be too, but like the way she's putting it out is like, I don't care about anything.
Online and she's like, I'm so happy. This is the best I've ever
felt.
Yeah.
And it's like, if I were Grace, I'd be like, oh, it's like a breakup and the person
can't be true.
It's not. It's not true. Yeah.
Well, apparently she's doing a lie detector test, so I guess we'll see what happens.
What's interesting to me is I'm going to lose this fucking thought, and I'm so bummed about it. Oh, she was upset with Brooke Schofield. Oh, no. It was Tana made a TikTok, and it was just, like, silly. It wasn't, like, I forgot what it was, but it was very much like...
She said it was the Taylor Swift lyric.
Oh yeah, I didn't have it in myself to go with Grace, and so it was just like funny, whatever. It's not like she like
lip sync it or whatever.
Yeah, and then I guess Brie on BFFs was like, yeah, that wasn't cool. Like I don't like that. And Brooke made a really good point, which I actually made this point too. Now that I'm realizing it, is like if this was happening to them, it'd be on BFFs.
Yeah.
So like, don't really care.
It's also, it's not like she was like picking a side.
No,
She was, like,
I know.
A little funny quip.
I know.
It's also like, I'm sorry.
And Tana jumps
you
on
best friends.
And also, Tana jumps on any trend. Like, it does not matter. She will hop on anyone who's getting canceled. Like,
yes.
Literally. So it's just like, if I knew Tana, I would just be like, well, that's just, I mean, whatever. You know? I don't know.
I feel like Brie did say, she was like, let's Tana.
Yeah, probably.
Because I think someone was like, aren't you guys friends?
Maybe Dave.
Yeah. I can't remember.
Is TJ here? I heard a noise. Do I need to confront him?
I don't know. I feel like we'll know in a minute.
All right. Well, am I the asshole?
Yeah. Maybe we just do one.
Okay. Am I the asshole for refusing to make plans for 1 weekend a month?
For 1 weekend a month?
For 1 weekend a month.
Week in a month or
weekend?
Okay.
Am I the asshole refusing to make plans for 1 weekend a month?
Okay.
My girlfriend and I have decided to try to be more active this year and go for more walks and hikes in nearby areas. We'd prefer this to the gyms as it allows us to go to nearby towns we wouldn't have otherwise visited. My girlfriend is slightly overweight, whereas I am a healthy weight. Okay, rude. We were talking about how often we were going to go, and my girlfriend said at least one fairly long walk per month, with it going to at least 2 when the weather is better, as we'd only go on the weekends. I was fine with that and told my girlfriend I'd like at least one weekend where I do nothing and just stay at home relaxing, watching Netflix, reading, playing video games, etc. She said she thought, yeah, it's like, I get that. She said she thought we were going to be more active, and I pointed out with our plan we will be, but that doesn't mean I don't need downtime. I said having time to do nothing is healthy and needed to not burn out. She said it would be a waste of a weekend, and I just told her it wouldn't be wasted for me, and if she doesn't want to, then she's still free to make her own plans. She just said it looks like I'm already looking at not sticking to our plan, but I just told her being more active doesn't mean spending every free day being active. I said it's not healthy to have not have a few days off. She just said I shouldn't need a weekend to relax and that it's too much, but I disagreed. She said I should be open to make plans, but I again told her I would be making plans for the majority of the weekends, and I'll be making one for myself for 1 weekend. Am I the asshole for not making plans for 1 weekend a month? No, that's insane, actually.
It's also like, who sticks to something like that so seriously?
I know. I think like when you're that, well, some people it works for them, but like for me, that wouldn't work. I'd be like, I can't plan to work out every single weekend.
It's like you have your plan on Saturdays, you do your Pilates.
I do, but it's only one day. Sorry, it's only one day on a Saturday. It's not like, okay, for Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to these places.
What they're doing?
That's what it makes it seem like.
I thought it was like we're going to a new place a weekend.
I don't know, but if he can't play video, I mean, otherwise I feel like on the Sunday he could play video games and stuff and chill. So I'm pretty sure they're being active both days, it seems like.
To me, it sounds like she is looking to him to like support her on her journey. If he's already like saying he's the one who's in shape and whatever. I have no idea like what her situation is, but like just I having a little compassion for her, feel like maybe that's why. She's like, well, if you don't do it, like, I'm not going to do it. And then this is how it's going to affect me.
Yeah. And who knows the past? Maybe he is one of those people who makes plans and is like cancels all the time. And maybe she's like, oh, great, it's just going to happen again. He's like already looking for an excuse. However, I don't disagree with him that he needs a weekend to just like do nothing.
I only ever want a weekend to do nothing.
Yeah, that's all I want to do. All the time.
I know. Yeah, I don't think that you're the asshole.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
TJ's in the backyard.
TJ, we can have a little confession right now.
Hey, baby. Can you come here? On camera.
On camera confession.
Come sit. Carly has to tell you something.
Wow, you look so cool. I look so dumb. Pull up the mic. Can you move over a little so you're in it? Ooh, a strawberry vanilla. TJ, you look great today.
I was just at a photo shoot.
You look, your mustache is so nicely brushed.
Thank you.
I like your jewelry.
Thank you.
However, I do have something to tell you.
What is it?
I accidentally did hit full auto this time.
Okay.
So that's all.
Okay, so single cam for this episode?
Yes, but I did it and I was like, Erin, I had to have done it the first time.
Yeah. Well, it's no big deal. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, you're right. Anxiety. He's going to kill me. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Because don't you just have to change the settings back?
Yeah.
Why isn't there a button to go back to previous?
There probably is. I just don't know. I think you just have to press it again, but I also don't know.
You can press it again?
I don't know.
Oh, we could have just done that.
I have to figure it out.
All right. Well, that's all we needed you for.
Okay.
Just my confessional.
What are you eating?
I'm eating.
Your meat stick?
Yeah, he eats venison sticks.
What's that?
Like Slim Jims, but it's venison.
What's that? I don't know what that is. I love a Slim Jim, though.
Ears.
Oh, sad. I love a beef stick, though.
A Slim Jim?
Like at Trader Joe's, they have the turkey ones and the beef ones. Oh, they're so good.
Have you ever had the, are they called Bomb? What was the name of the brand of the ones you ate before? No, the like red looking ones. Chomps.
Chomps. Oh, I've seen that in your house for sure.
I fucking love a chomp.
I don't know what it is.
They're like
You got me?
sticks.
They're what?
They're the meat sticks. They're really good. I don't like the venison ones. They're too peppery.
Yeah, the beef ones at Trader Joe's are kind of spicy.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm not
Slim
looking
Jim
for
had
the
like a little
spice.
kick. I fucking loved Slim Jim. I would get them all the
Same.
time.
They're so good. And then I feel like when I was
Not
like,
good for you though.
I was just gonna say that. I feel like when I was like a teenager, someone told me like how bad and like how it like clogs your arteries, and I was like, I'm gonna die.
Like any processed meat like that is like, I've seen GI doctors say like, this is the worst thing you could eat. Like charcuterie boards, like don't do that.
Really?
Yeah, it's all so bad.
What's wrong with? Oh, the camera just died. Well, I guess we're done.
We're done. Leave you gagged.
Leave you gagged with our charcuterie sentiment, whatever that means. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for listening / watching. You can join our Patreon at patreon.com/onlyfriends. We have bonus episodes, early access to episodes usually on Monday. The full thing is out. Otherwise, it comes out on Wednesday everywhere else. And
Oh my God, I can't record tomorrow.
You what?
Continue.
Okay, you're trying to tell me something off the record. Okay, well, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.